All right. Well, good morning, my friends. Welcome to Live Inspired, 4th of July morning edition with John O'Leary. Delighted to be here to celebrate the 4th of July with you today. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These are some of the most remarkable words I think ever drafted here in the United States. And so, whether you are tuning in from the US, from my own backyard, or from around the world, we welcome you to this special edition today. Those words, we hear them today and we celebrate the 4th of July. And maybe we think that it's all about the parades and the barbecue, the fireworks, the celebrations. And in part today, that is what it is about. But when those words were first ratified, when they were first drafted, and when they were first signed, what ultimately was taking place, there was these leaders of this new young nation were signing their names, their John Hancocks, to a death warrant. They were turning over this document to the freest, wealthiest, most military successful nation in the history of the world, England. They were signing their death warrants. In doing so, they weren't signing for their popularity. They weren't signing so that maybe someday there might be massive monuments made with their face, their bust on them in North Dakota. They weren't doing it so maybe someday we could utilize their images for mattress commercials here 240 years later. No, they were signing their names in order that their children and that their children's children and that their children's children's children may have an even better, bigger, freer life than the one they currently lived. It was a bold move. It was an awesome, bold, selfless move. And it's a reminder to all of us 24 plus decades later that with the great gifts that we have also come the responsibilities to serve, to repeatedly and to daily sign our name to something bigger than ourselves, to put ourselves at risk in some regards of serving those around us. So on this 4th of July, as the sun continues to rise, it's going to be a hot one here in St. Louis. I'm feeling it already as it continues to rise wherever you are. I ask that you enjoy the day. I ask that you enjoy the parades, the barbecues, the watermelon, the bean dip, and everything else that's going to be laid out in front of you today. The fireworks over your head tonight. Enjoy this, but recognize that we are called to be servants, that we are called to embrace the good that we have, but also to share it with those around us. I today can think of no greater individual share, an individual gift than that was given to me as a little boy. My brother Jim, probably tuning in right now. He's a huge follower, brother Jim, watching right now. I love you. My sisters, Amy, Katie, Susan, and Laura, were a huge part of my story, of my recovery. They were willing to lay down their life for their little brother on January 17th, a different day, 1987. And I wanted to celebrate that story with you today. So if you want to learn more about their declaration, all that they did for me, the draft that they signed, the impact that it had, and what it means for each of us today, I ask that you cruise over right now to my website. It's johnolearyinspires.com/podcast. Check out what they did and learn a little bit more what it means for us, not only as those who receive great gifts, but also for those of us who are siblings, those of us who feel called each day in our lives to make a greater difference for those around us. My friends, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. What an awesome gift to open up this morning. And with great gifts come great responsibilities. So open it up, celebrate it, rejoice in it, watch the fireworks pop overhead, and then recognize our responsibility to step boldly into that, to write our John Hancock boldly on that document each day in front of us in our lives. So for this time, and until next time, Jamie and Jennifer and Jamie Solons and everyone else tuning in, I wish you a happy 4th of July, a happy day of independence, and remind you that the best of your lives are yet to come. This is John O'Leary, and today's your day, Independence Day. Live inspired.